food in good old Midwest, Kansas and Missouri is different if you're not used to it. I served in a lot of English-speaking wards, even though I was Spanish-speaking missionary. And so in those wards, there's a lot of American families there just feeding us typical mashed potatoes, green beans, lots of meat with barbecue, which is really, really good, especially in the Midwest where barbecue is the best. Nowhere else can it be better. And so that was new to me because, my mom's from Colombia, and so I'm used to a lot of Hispanic food, specifically Colombian food. And so going to very Americanized white people, traditional American food was a little hard for me. But over time, I grew to love it. There's a really specific salad dressing that I learned to love. It's called Dorothy Lynch. And that salad dressing is really, really delicious. They use it a lot in, especially in my first area in St. Joseph, Missouri. So I grew to love that. And then, as I mentioned, I did serve Spanish speaking. So when I was in Spanish branches or wards, I learned to eat a lot of different foods as well from other countries. So chile relleno, lots of rice and beans, Mexican hot dogs, which are, I think, more delicious than American ones. A lot of spicy foods, really delicious soup. There's menudo, which I personally I don't take a fancy to. And menudo is kind of like a soup that has chunks of pig in it, different parts of the pig, whether it's, the stomach or the intestine or whatnot. So, yeah, I don't really like that. And a lot of fatty parts of the meat. And I don't like fat. It's hard for me to swallow it. So I don't know how some people do it, but, yeah, just, I don't know. There's a lot of times I had experiences trying to, not being able to eat a lot of food. I actually have Crohn's disease. So my diet is kind of very restricted. And half of my mission, I didn't know how severe my disease was. So I was eating just, anything. Because as a missionary, to be polite to whoever's serving you food, you eat everything you're given. It shows courtesy, and it shows how polite you are as a missionary. And so I used to eat a lot of stuff. But like sooner as I went through my mission, I found out that I couldn't eat a lot of foods. And I think it would have been easier just to tell the member, the investigator, whoever was feeding us that I have a disease and I can't eat this food. But I didn't. And so it kind of caused a lot of fun experiences between me and my companions. And when the server or the individual who was feeding us, left the room, I was like, "Elder, quick, eat this." And I'd have him, stuff his face and finish off my plate. And then one time my companion, he was a newer missionary, and he was like, "Okay, I'll do it for you." And so he quickly eats my plate, and he finishes his, and then the sister comes back in, and she's like, "Oh, elders, you loved your food. I'll bring you more." And we were like, "No. And then she brings us full plates of just more food, and we were like, "Oh no, what are we gonna do?" And that's just really funny. Lots of experiences where you are full, you can't eat more, but you kind of have to because they expect you to eat. You don't want to offend them, and so you do, and then you just leave just very full not just of the spirit, but of lots of food as well. And so one time I had a Thanksgiving where we were in a Spanish area, and just house from house to house, there was just lots and lots of food. And so we just ate all day. And it's fun. Sometimes I've never been more full and kind of disgusted of food in my life, but at the same time, I love the food there. So it's just a really fun experience. Don't eat too much, but be honest to those people that are feeding you. If you can't eat more, just let them know, and hopefully they'll not take offense. So, but you'll be able to know what to do.